Alright, well, up in front of me now today is two 1980s, early 90s vintage air rifles. A Daisy Powerline 990 and a Crosman AIR 17, AIR 17. M16 basically is what it is. This 990 is basically the same thing as the modern 880, but it has a magazine for a CO2 cartridge, and it's also a pump, as you can see. It has a lever here to switch from pump to CO2. There, like that. And you put your CO2 cartridge in there, and there's a little thumb cap that screws in, but it's missing. I got these a week ago. One of my dad's friends came by and had them in the trunk. They found them in the trash. Both of these vintage, wonderful vintage air rifles someone had thrown away. What a damn shame. And his friend didn't want them, so knew I would want them. Came by and gave them to me, free. So I have two more air rifles, which I think I've got like about a dozen air rifles now. This gun didn't work. The seals were blown out in it, and you'd pump it up 10 times, and as soon as you pull the trigger, just nothing. The BB would just barely roll out the barrel. So I tore her all apart a few days ago, and this is actual metal, not plastic. This is metal. Hey, kitty. What are you doing? I have a new cat friend that hangs around me now. So I guess I'm like Dave now. I have random cattage. But yeah, I put new seals in it and shoots like a champ. The AIR 17, or M16, whichever you want to call it actually, is a one pump rifle. You just cock it once, or pump it once, should I say. And it works. It worked just like I got it. Not very powerful, but I looked up the specs. It's like 480 feet per second, which I'm sure is significantly less now. So, yeah, it's more like a Daisy Red Ryder in terms of power, but it does shoot BBs and pellets. They both do, actually, both BB and pellet. This one works a lot like the 990, or I mean the 880, I'm sorry. You put your BBs in right there, or you can put a single pellet right there in the breech. Has the rails for scope, and it has iron sights. It is all plastic stock, but this ain't the cheap plastic like nowadays. This is, I mean, it's hollow sounding, but it sounds like pretty thick. This is probably solid plastic, actually. This is all metal, and all the internals are metal. A couple plastic parts. I put new O-rings, and I lubed the seals with some dielectric grease, and she works great. This one, I'm not so sure I want to take it apart. I've taken apart Crosmans before, and they're just a real pain in the ass to put back together. I think I'm just going to leave it like it is. Did some researching on this particular gun. This actually opens too. You can put stuff in if you want. And this gun was made from 1985 to 1990 and was banned due to the fact that it looks like an M16. Has the fake flash suppressor, the M16 style front sight, the M16 style foregrip. A fake magazine would go here, and it's like a storage for extra BBs. Has the carry handle, which also has the rear sight, which is this little hole, which I don't like. Has the same style pellet clip that a lot of the modern Crosmans still have. And here's the trap door for the BBs. That grip is hollow. But yeah, I saved. Well, I personally didn't, but I can't believe someone would throw away vintage pellet guns. Well, people just don't know what they have, so they just toss them. But I basically saved 2 awesome vintage air rifles. This is pretty neat. It's a Crosman, but right there on the stock, you can read it. It says Coleman. And if you read right here, it says Crosman Air Guns, a Coleman company, and it has a little Coleman logo. New Crosmans don't have that. I didn't know Crosman was once a division of Coleman. If they still are, I didn't know that. I honestly didn't know. If so, you know, I apologize, but I didn't know they were a related company until I saw this. I was like, well, that's kind of interesting. The 990, even though I can't shoot CO2 due to the fact I'm missing that cap, I wouldn't even try shooting CO2 with it anyway. It had like Teflon seals to resist the CO2 freezing, and I put standard O-rings in it, so I doubt they would last very long. But as far as shooting it on pump, 10 pumps, and I can shoot through some pretty thick wood. It's a really nice, beautiful gun. It's now my favorite air rifle. But there they are. Just right quick, there's only a couple of videos of the 990 on YouTube, like 3 or 4, maybe 5, and they're all by like 2 different people. The Air 17, I am now the only one on YouTube that has a video of this particular gun. There is no other video of the Air 17 Crosman rifle, and I'm going to be making a video just on this rifle, shooting and everything. But this is just to show, you know, show these 2 guns here, that vintage air rifles that were saved from the trash. So this is my last video I'll be making until the Rusticide is up and running. So until then, you know, that's all you're gonna see. So I hope you like tractors a lot. So anyway, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more vids as always.